24-foot Cape Horn 04 offshore series. I got twin 150 Yamahas on it. It's got a big live well on it. Get plenty eels in there, croaker, spot, whatever live bait I'm using for the day. It's I can even keep small stripers and small fish in there if I really want to keep them fresh. I got plenty of rod holders on here. Got you know, the ones all in the back. These are the 4 main ones that I use here, just for bottom fishing, for trolling, simple stuff like that. And I've got these extra 4 here for more storage, if I want more rods. Got my shotgun rod holders for if I'm trolling, get a bigger spread going. And of course, up top, I have 4 more up there for sight casting, and I'll go over that here in a minute. A couple things that you always need when you go cobia fishing is the good old-fashioned silencer. When you get a big cobia into the boat, they actually are dangerous. They'll break your boat up, they'll destroy it. So, you know, just hitting them in the head a couple good times knocks them unconscious, and you can do whatever you need to do to them. Live bait net, just to get your eels in, your spot croaker so you can hook them up. And of course, if it's a keeper cobia, I always prefer to gaff them. This is I do believe a 4-inch gap aftco. This thing is gaffed hundreds and hundreds of cobia. It's a real good gaff, solid gaff. Never had it bend out, no problems with it ever. This is the gaff that I use. It's a, whatever that is, 5.5 foot or so. Aftco 4-inch gap. So it's stayed pretty sharp. It's gaffed hundreds and hundreds of cobia, and never had any problems. Doesn't bend. I've gotten plenty of fish in the boat without any problems. It sticks right into them, solid gaff. And something pretty important on this that I'll show you, these grips, I mean, they're extremely grippy, but besides that, is some grips on gaffs actually pull off. And I had an experience with that recently, but they don't move, they don't spin, there's no problem with it. As opposed to this gaff right here, which I use for smaller cobia. This is just a sea striker. I do not use this one for fish over 50 pounds just because it's a smaller gaff. It's a little bit thinner, it's just little guy. I use it for, you know, 40-inch cobia and all that. But what I'm going to show you is this is what happens when you don't want to gaff fish, and that happened on an 80-pounder, then it goes in the water. That's how I found out the hard way when I gaffed a fish and the handle came off. So aftco is definitely the way to go if you're going to make sure you always have 1 good gaff on board, and 2 if you're really prepared. Another thing I need to talk about. So it's good to always have a big, good net on board. You know, just big enough to get up anything over 50, 60 pounds. Just because when you're out there cobia fishing, there's no telling what you're going to run into. You could run into red drum, which you can't, you know, kill, so you always want to put them in the net. Black drum, small cobia, or if you have your limit on cobia and you know you still need to catch fish, but you don't want to kill them, it's always good to have a net on board. Strong net. Always check your screws on it. You know, those will loosen up on you. But other than that, it's about a $75 net, and it'll last you forever as long as you take care of it.